It's time for the grand finals of the Olimoleague number 178. 78. In the bottom right-hand side, in the light pink, the best of the best. It is Zest. And spawning in the top left-hand side of Nightshade, in the blue, give it up for Ragnarok. Are you happy? I hope you are happy. That is all I will ever give to you. Oh man, that was hard on the throat, but whatever. Cue the insane crowd. Cue the crowd going insane. All right. Well, it is game number 1 between these two, and can't wait to see what's gonna happen though. Zest. What do I call it here? I kind of call Ragnarok. I'm not gonna lie. Ragnarok has been playing on fire in the last 2 games. Okay, versus Dream, he looks so impressive, and versus Stray as well. Now, Stray is a lot less of a player than Zest, to be honest. But Zest's weak spot has always been Zerg in a way. Actually, no, that's not true. His Zerg has always been decent, but I mean, Zest's PvP and his PvT have always been one of the strongest out there. But his PvZ, I'm not too sure. I feel like versus aggressive Zergs, he has a little bit of trouble, but he is very, very solid as well. I won't take that away from him. How is Ragnarok going to play against a Zest, though? We'll see very, very soon. Does he go for the Zest play? Go for the Stargate? Go for the double Stargate? That would be really cool to see, I do think. If he goes for some sort of Colossus Drupu, that would be... I would just my pants. That would be amazing. All right, well, this is the final series. We've made it, guys. We've made it all the way here. And the Cybercore finishes. What tech is Zest going for? Stargate 2, of course. Very, very good choice. Very solid choice. Most players, as it is one of the most cost-efficient openings you have. Now, unless you do some sort of timing tech, it is standard. Now, the thing is that as soon as it's not Stargate, most Zerg players are like, all in, cool. So it's very difficult not to go Stargate, because if you do anything else, people will just think that it's an all-in or something. So, I mean, if you want to go Robo first, it's like, well, this is going to be a 5-gate Robo all-in at 5 minutes. Like, that's tends to be what happens. But, yeah. Anyway, Ragnarok. Wait, did he see the Stargate? I don't think so. He can probably guess, though. And with Zovlo, he's probably going to see it soon as well. Stargate does finish. He's going to go for straight into Phoenix, it seems like. Okay. And it's probably going to see, okay, do I go for more Phoenix? Do I go for an Oracle? It's probably going to depend on what he actually sees on the other side of the map. But these Zerglings just posturing on the left side of the third base just to wait until he has an opening to probably walk in. There we go. And the wall-up has been completed for Zest. That Phoenix, though, just clearing out Overlords. And I think, yeah, he's going directly into his second Phoenix, and he's just going to go for a mass clear in general. And that's how he played against Impact. And, he smashed him. It was fantastic. How's Ragnarok going to respond, though? He does have links. He has more drones on the way. He has the Spore Crawlers, pretty much at the last minute, and that's what you want to do. You want to maximize the time that those drones are actually mining until you actually put them, make them into Spore Crawlers. Ooh, third gateway. Okay. So third gateway into Phoenix. So far, not much tech, but I'm going to be expecting very soon to see like some sort of Twilight Robo transition. All he wants to do at first is just clear everything on the map. Now that's exactly what these Phoenix are trying to do. But Ragnarok already on top of it. That's the only Overlord left on the map that's kind of in danger. This one's going to be pretty easy to turn back, as there is creep right there, and the Queens won't be far to defend it. But this one's going to be this one might be a little bit close. This Phoenix right there. Okay, he's finally bringing back that Overlord. He's going to look for it, but I don't think he's going to find it. The thing is, though, Spore Crawler's not quite done. It's going to be done now, though. Okay. As long as those Queens aren't out of position, he is going to have a good time. Zest, though, going to be going into the main base, and he's going to see the Roach Warren. Probably even going to go for a couple of drone lifts real quick. As probably just going to take some damage on the shields. 4, 5, maybe 6 drones. And just get on out of there. One Spore Crawler, a lot of times not enough, especially with one Queen. If you had 2 Queens, though, that's a very different story. But I mean, 6 probes. I mean, 6 drones at any point in time. 7 drones at any point in time is fantastic. And look at that, Zest ahead in workers, 47-40. That shows that Stargate openers, even, you know what? You probably get more damage out of straight Phoenix openers than with Oracle openers, it seems. Well, it seems to me. You just get a lot of lifts, and they have a lot of health, right? So you just take a little bit of support damage, and then you just get out. The thing is that the Oracles is much stronger defensively as well, so that's the advantage of the Oracle opening. But I mean, this is really good in terms of kind of drone damage. Ragnarok is at 40 drones, and he's making mass circlings. Okay, he's all in. He's like, all right, lost so many drones. Fuck it, I'm not remaking them. We're just going. He's bringing the queens across the map, pulling the girls. Yeah, okay. I've invented that now. Pulling the boys is pulling the SCVs. But pulling all your queens, that's pulling the girls across the map. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of drone damage, but what's good is that going to do you when you're reinforcing with 24 lings? Can he defend this massive surround on all those sentries? He didn't force field quite on time. Now those corrosive biles doing a hella load of damage on all of those. And what are those Phoenix going to do against mass Zerglings? I'm not too sure. He might actually need to recall all these probes if he can, or just pull them to the side. What is he going to do from here? The girls have arrived, and they're going to probably take care of all those Phoenix quite easily. And Zest taps out, and Ragnarok pulls a sharp timing that, I mean, Ragnarok didn't quite see. That is game number 1 going to Ragnarok. There's no more water in here. Or coffee. I'm not sure why I'm here. All right. We're going to go into game number 2 very soon. And we're back with game number 2 in the finals. The Olimoleague 178. In the top right-hand side, in the light pink, it is not only the most beautiful color, it is the most beautiful man. It is Zest. And in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, not in the Zerg, playing as Zerg, as the Zerg, it is Ragnarok. Winning game number 1 from Chivo. Chivo Ragnarok. So that's going to be going for that standard wall at the front. Now, this map, Eternal Empire, based on Protoss. So obviously, all of Zest units do get a stat boost from it, as we all know this to be true. He gets plus 10 health on every single unit, and plus 1 damage on every single thing, on every single unit he has. So that's what happens when you get map-favored things. You know what would be actually interesting, though? If some maps actually do give you, like, a race buff, but is, like, really bad in terms of the layout for your race. That would be an interesting thing to balance, I think. All right, well, he's going to use that probe to be as annoying as possible. Look at that. He's forcing the drones to move away, but he's also forcing the drones to stay. Is Ragnarok, so look at that. He's denying this patch so hard. He doesn't want to pull a drone. Anything but pulling drone. Oh, man. Ragnarok just going off of 1 gas, it seems. I think he wants to go for a very fast third base. So if anyone wants to go for a very fast third base at a 1 at 50, you open up and you only put 1 guy on gas. As soon as you have 16, that's when you can start putting more on gas. And I'm just going to delay your speed just a little bit more. But that's Zest. With the extra APM being as annoying as possible. As soon as you get 100, you go for that Zergling speed. But there's no rush for Zergling speed. Unless you're doing some sort of committed attack. And, I mean, you can defend versus the first adept with queens mostly. I mean, it's not that important to have speed that fast, so I think it's very understandable to have that. Stargate is going to be the option of choice for Zest. I'm very surprised if he goes for anything other than Stargate for the entire series, but we shall see. Pointed directly at this high ground spot. He knows the Novalord there, and he wants to take care of that as fast as possible. These Zerglings are going to try and go after this probe right now. Are they going to get it? Probably not, as the shields do eventually regenerate. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And he's going to make it on home quite safely. Going for the double adept, with the Stargate. Once again, extremely standard for the Protoss player. Now I understand. So we were talking about this, like, these are just like bars of metal. Okay? Terrans have to shoot this, like, these bars of metals down. And I'm guessing these Zerglings have to literally bite them to destroy them. That's fucked up, dude. Why can't you just move them? That queen is so swole. He could probably just move these over here. And then you can build whatever you want there. Anyway. Something. There should all be plates. There shouldn't be, like, fucking bars of metal. It's dumb. Okay. Finally taking care of that Overlord. That Overlord does see. And every single time, I feel like every single time you kill the Overlord, it does supply block Ragnarok. I don't know if Ragnarok mines, but probably make a backup for there. He probably knows the timing. He was only supply block for like a couple seconds though, so he probably knows when that actually dies. I think as soon as you see the Overlord getting hit, you can start making 2 Overlords, and by the time the Overlord dies, well, you have like 3 more, so you should be fine. Getting started just walking around the map. You know what I want to see though? I want to see a second Stargate. That would be out of Zest. I love 2 Stargates. They're so great. Because 2 Stargates means 2 Robos, and I like those styles. Do like them very, very much. So a lot of gateways already here. So 3 gateways with a Stargate. And does he want to grab a 3rd base? Probably eventually, but I feel like those types of moves are really vulnerable to like giant link floods. You know what I mean? So we'll see. These Phoenix though, gonna be going for that those drone damage. And I think he's gonna be looking for a 3rd base very, very soon. Oh shiz. 3rd base very, very soon. Probably just gonna put the Nexus down. Gonna put these sentries and the Adepts in that little corner there. We're lifting a couple of drones here. Getting a few kills. Yeah, there you go. 3 kills. Nice. Might as well. Link's gonna scout this. And I'm like, nope. Nice. I love this pylon position right here at the top of the main base. And being able to put that shield battery down at the bottom. Creating even another choke, actually, if needed. Phoenix are back, and they want more drones. Are thirsty. Thirsty for more. Look at that. Utilizing the maximum range of the Phoenix without getting hit by the Spore. Love. Nice control by Zest. 4 more drones going down. And, I mean, every drone going down is a drone being made by Zest. So, that's excellent. Not much gas actually being taken out of Ragnarok. Finally now, going into a lair. Double gas is already here. But it's pretty much pure minerals so far. He is finally going to go for those 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, he's just going for all the gases now. Except this one. Oh, okay, it's because those queens were blocking it. If you have a unit next to your geyser, you can't actually place that building there, so. Phoenix want some action once again. Stopping at 4 Phoenix, it seems like. Nice. And some more drone damage. Anything you can get is always fantastic. And the Twilight, not Twilight, the Templar Archive's already on the way. The Charge's on the way. +1 is on the way. I think, you know, Zest is in a pretty good spot right now. He already walled off his 3rd base. He's in a very strong defense position. Now, he will have to eventually kind of take care of this, because this is counterattack heavy right now. He does have a Zealot already there. But, I mean, for any larger army than those Zerglings, I mean, that might be a little bit of trouble. Oh, look at that. Placing that pylon. He's already getting ready. He's probably going to wall that off eventually. Oh, little slip-in, though. He was afraid. He was definitely very afraid. And 10 Hydralisks on the way to the Baneling Nest. 7 more drones. And the +1 range on those Hydralisks as well. Does he want to go for a timing? Maybe even before Storm. That could be an idea. Storm is not even on the way quite yet. He's just going to keep poking in here with those Zerglings. For as long as he can. He might actually go for a timing here. I mean, Ragnarok is done droning. He's done. He's graduated drone making academy. And he can now move on to only units, basically. He's going to keep wanting to find some openings. I'm going to go towards the top side and just going to poke once again. Ooh, look at this. This might be important scouting information. He's going to see that the army's right there in front of a potential 4th base. Probably going to know that that is the one he plans on taking. Does lose a Phoenix out to this Hydralisk. Not great. But I mean, in terms of the trades, I think it's still pretty damn good. He lost 1 Phoenix and killed a total of 925 minerals worth of units from the beginning of this game. Has it been any drones going down? No. Sorry, has any probes gone down? No. 13 drones have gone down, though, but 0 probes. Man, really spreading these Zerglings everywhere, and you've got to admire Ragnarok's vision right now. He has some everywhere. He doesn't have some at the watchtower, but the closest thing to the watchtower is that Zerglings at the top, Zerglings at the bottom. Small counterattack here already. But he's not gonna let him grab that watchtower. That's on his side. That's his territory right there. He's probably gonna wait for Baneling at speed. Storm, I think, still not on the way. Looks like he's just gonna deal with Archons. He even has +1 shields on the way. Wait, hold on. Does he have Storm? He doesn't have Storm. Did he forget Storm? Yo, these aren't even Storms. Oh no, you've got to be joking. He has to realize now, though, right? He has to realize now that these are Stormless. He starts Storm now. He's like, oh shit, these can't be real. I'm going home. It's too late, Zest boy. You have to run. The thing is, Ragnarok might think that's real storms, but no. They are not. Now he has to go home. Oh man, that's a little bit cringe right there, but he's going to Chrono Boost that to the ends of the earth, and he is actually getting a Dark Shrine as well behind us, so have a lot of counterattack potential, and he is going to it's probably a good thing that he backed up, because now he can actually finish his +1 shields for his Archons, as Archons are like 90% shields. Ooh, kind of posturing for counterattack. The Phoenix do see this, though. Sorry. They do see this, and that's the thing. You do have to kind of wall this eventually if you want to help that defend. Look at that. Oh, that's going to come in here, do a lot of damage as well. Storm, it just finished, though, and we are ready. Give me that bad weather, boy. Oh, no, the Banelings are doing so much damage to all of these, and that's complete miscontrol right there. He does get the Storms up, and now those Archons are dead as well. He has to deal with this counterattack, but there's a massive counterattack by himself towards the bottom side, so it's a little bit of a base trade right now. And yeah, okay, so he has to defend into the natural while pushing into this side of the base. And okay, he's actually going to hold all of his economy, or at least most of it. Zest is down, though. He did lose like 29 probes, but he's warping in aggressively across the map, and he does have a whole bunch of Archons, and he has to kite this so much in order to just beat those Zealots that in the meantime, he's going to do some counter damage to all of these drones. And now, look at that, 28 drones. He completely retaliated, 32 to now 31 drones lost. He's eventually going to actually hold this, but yeah, no, okay, that Nexus still went down, and that War Prism is still alive. That is actually huge. That Hydralisk was not able to pick it off, and now even more Zerglings are being, more Zealots are being warped in. And every Zealot being warped in. Every warping is so huge right now. Even them camping the eggs, and the eggs are going to die as soon as they come out as well. And somehow Zest has made it happen. And he wins game number 2. Oh my god, I did not think he was going to be able to hold that. That was like 3 attacks at the same time. Made it happen, though. So we're now 1-1 between these two. We've got a series on our hands. We're loaded in to game number 3 between these two players, and in the top left-hand side in the light pink, it is Zest. And in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, getting reverse dunked on, it is Ragnarok. That was a very hectic end of the game right there. I think there's base trades going on at the same time, but at the same time, like, it wasn't one army just running through the other guy's base. It was like a double prong base race rate, really. Man, that pylon is pretty. I do admire the art sometimes. Look at that, the light blue crystal, beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Standard opening out of a Ragnarok, going for that 16 hatch as if someone pylon scouts you, if you go for a 17 hatch, you might get blocked, so you don't want that to happen. Generally, you tend to want to put the the hatchery down at 16. That's like the best position. Well, best decision. Sorry, you can do. If you get that blocked, you're just gonna get in a lot of trouble. Just because everything is behind from there. Everything relies on you getting that expansion up first. So putting it on 16 is way less bad than trying to put it on 17 and not getting it down. So that's pretty much it. The pool is down already. So, all right. What are we going to have in this game? You know what? I'm going to bet you Zest goes again for a Stargate. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that were the case. And the Overlord, can we looking to go directly towards the natural base? Yeah, you can pretty much put it here. Like, until you have the Stargate, just park it here. I mean, it's gonna die anyway. Might as well just park it here. Ooh, Ragnarok, though. Look at that. Going for that early third base again. Gonna try and get as much economy as possible. And I'm definitely gonna try this eventually. This build seems quite nice. The delayed speed in favor of the faster third base. I do like it. And he's going to be patrolling his probe at the front of the enemy's base just to kind of spot how many Zerglings and when they actually do come out. In the meantime, though, he's going to send that adept across the map. And he can probably reinforce his probe, and that probe is going to go home 100% safely. Just wanted to see how many Zerglings there were. And as long as Ragnarok didn't just hide 10 more Zerglings in the back, he noticed that there was only 2 Zerglings right there. There you go. Gonna be looking into the main. Is there any army you're hiding from me? Nope. Ooh, he might actually finish it, though. Yeah, he does finish, and he's gonna get a full scout into the main. That's what happens when you don't have that many Zerglings. Just kind of, ooh, nice pullback micro out of Ragnarok. Not losing that Ling. And he's gonna, oh, wow, amazing. Not gonna lose a single one. Ooh, the 2 adepts are here, though. He wasn't able to make that building on time, though. And now, look at that, one-shotting all of these Zerglings. He can split his attention properly. Yeah, 2 adepts actually make it to the other side. Oh, actually, wait till they fail port. Oh, right there. Okay. Nice. Well, they're out safely. That was really close, though. How many hit points on this bad boy? Like 13? Yeah, okay. So he's like 3 hits away. Not bad. Glaives is on the way now. Is Zest actually going to complete a shade? That might be the first time in history that happens, except maybe in PvP, but the last games he played, he canceled every single one of his shades, despite the fact that he did have the resonating glaives. Look at that. Not a Stargate opener. And as soon as you see that it's not a Stargate opener, oh, he's going into double Stargate up in this. Hell yes, I love it. Ragnarok, seeing that it's probably going to be an all-in, going to drop that Roach one very soon, I do think. Actually, a lair coming up first. And he's going to go for glaives first. Actually, you know what this might be? In response to glaives, you're going to want to go for a lot of roaches. Am I right? Yes. What if this was a Flux Veins build? And by Flux Veins, I mean Void Ray build. That would be really cool, but we'll see. Because he might want to counter whatever the opponent's trying to counter in him, though. Whatever units his opponent is trying to counter him with. Now, the thing is, you're going to have to warpen it at home to actually do damage. So, he's going to have to do a lot of damage at once. He has to catch him a little bit by surprise. And that's a lot of Zerglings just waiting for him right there. And he's not going to fall for it. Going to try and find another opening if he can. Double Phoenix on the way, though. He's going to surprise everything at once. The double Stargate Zest build is infamous. Going to try and get into a nice position. No. He will decide not to finish that shade. Now, so if he does finish a shade, I would be very surprised. Actually, he will finish a shade if it is in a defensive position. There you go. Defensive shade. Excellent. Where's that? That's an adept. Just warps it randomly on the low ground there. Nicely played by Zest. All right, well, he's going to try and scout what is going on. He's going to see all of these Phoenix all of a sudden, though. And now he has to be thinking to himself, all right, what do I do? Mass Queens and a counterattack. Must be quite strong now. These Lings will never, ever beat all of these Adepts. There's no way. But it's going to maybe try and look for a different path to a counterattack. I don't know if those Phoenix saw it. These Phoenix are going to see it, though, very soon. Yeah, it's a lot of Zerglings coming across the map. And with 2 sentries, I think it's going to be all fine. completely fine, really. What are you going to do? Attack that? I don't think so. He's going to be taking care of a lot of the roaches, and I like this position for Zest so far. He's committing with the roaches across the map, but I mean, losing these roaches, it's not ideal, to be honest. Okay, he's going to go towards the bottom side. Okay, he's going to want to hit the natural now, though, from a different angle. That has way less shield batteries and way less adepts as well. He's going to have to force those adepts to come out of hiding, but he can still use force fields if he wants to. Force fields coming out a little bit late, though, to try and trap some units, but that's fine enough. It's fair enough. Double Immortals on the back of this. And the Nidus Worm is actually being popped here for Ragnarok at the back of the base. Does he see it, though? He does not, but he's about to realize what is happening very, very soon. He's going to attack the third base as well as the main base at the exact same time. The Phoenix are trying to do as much damage as they can, but I mean, he is hitting a very strong timing here with a lot of roaches and a lot of queens. Those Phoenix cannot help on defending that front, and he's going to have to pull all of his army inside his main if he wants to defend this. But the Nidus, the next Nidus, is going to the front of his natural, and there's nothing, he has nothing to actually help defend this. Force fields are going to be strong, though, but he's going to have to forfeit the third base. This is 100% sure, 100% dead, or he can reinforce this main base right now. He has a lot of healing potential with all of these queens, but he might just choose to leave if he chooses to. These roaches, though, still quite strong versus all of this, but he's going to lose the third base. 100% for sure. It does actually go down, and these roaches, though, are being starting to get countered by some of these immortals. He does have quite a few. I think he has 2 or 3. I can't really tell because of the light pink. There we go. Starting to clean that up, but he is attacking the front line now. Doesn't actually retreat into his Nidus. He does it now, actually, but now he's knocking on his front door, and he's taking care of that Cybercore. That one's dead. Ragnarok, what is he going to do? Making 3 drones behind this and a couple roaches. Just wants to pick off as many kind of gateways and as many structures as he can, and pretty much there. I think he's just going to leave. Because he has 4 Zest onto 2 bases instead of 3, so from here, just saturate all of your things. Just get a couple of Hydras, maybe a Roach Hydra from here. You should be good. There's no way that he's anywhere close to Templar Tech right now. He can try and get another third base, but by the time even Templar Tech even finishes, first of all, he has to rebuild this. But he he actually doesn't need a Cybercore to build that. He just needs a Twilight Council, I think. Gonna get a little bit of damage across the map is Zest. And take care of one of those queens. There we go. Just reposition slightly. Take care of that queen. And it's going to be going into Hydras. 10 Hydras already on the way with the range upgrade. And I think he wants to go for a secondary push with all of this, though. Yeah, okay. He is going to go into that Templar Tech. Actually, he is putting a hiatus on his Immortal production to be able to squeeze out more Templar, because that is exactly what he's going to need if he wants to actually defeat Zest here. Defeat Ragnarok. He's going to need more Archon technology, and even he's going to need Storm technology as well. I don't know if he's finally going to get Storm a little bit earlier this time, but he's definitely going to need it if he wants to defend against this massive push. It's a 9-2 army supply to 54. If he comes crashing down on this, this is going to be really, really strong. Nidus Worm detected. He's going to reinforce with the Niduses. I do like this, and he's actually forcing Stalkers to stay in the main as he tries to attack the front of this. Now, he does have 2 shield batteries. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. He's going to try and go for a double attack. One from the right side, one from the left. The force fields are good, but he still has to be careful with his Immortal right now. A lot of roaches are here, and the Hydra's DPS is starting to do some work as well. The massive arc is taking care of all these units. It's really maximizing the damage that Ragnarok is doing. The Phoenix are trying to help by lifting a few units, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. He is like chrono boosting out. I don't know, he's not chrono boosting out, but he's making another Immortal. But that's not going to be enough on time. Ragnarok takes game numero 3. Damn, we're on match point already. It is a best of 5, not of 7, as this is one of the weeklies. It is not the finals. And what is the final game? Oh, shit, did I double click on it? I might have. Did everything crash? Yeah, I did. Rip. All right, we're going to go back. The last game is going to be on Zen. I'm going to load it in very, very soon. The potential last game. Are we going to go for an epic intro again? I might. Here we go. All right, it is time. We are on match point in the finals of the Olimoleague number 178. And now, spawning on the bottom left-hand side of Sen, it is the legendary Protoss. It is Zest. And in the top right-hand side, in the red, playing as Zerg, he's up 2-1. He is on match point. Can he close it out? It is Ragnarok. That was the intro I wanted to do. Fuck it. The match point. Might as well bust out the reverb. I should have it on hand though. I probably should not, because I have to alt tab every time I do that and it just freezes the game after. But probably should have it on deck, because then I have to like pause the game to go take off my reverb thingy. Anywho, Zest. He's down a game. So far, he's been beat by huge floods of army timings, and Ragnarok has been hitting most of them. Game 1 and Game 3 has been just attack timings, and Ragnarok really aggressive, always finding those opportunities to make those timing attacks work. I'm starting to not be able to speak right now. This is gonna be a great time to end soon. Good thing it's the finals right now. I can't take much more of this. Although to be fair, when I casted the December finals, that did take I think 6.5 hours to do. So that's not as bad. Look at that. Full wall here. The front. Wait, full wall? You tend to not full wall here, especially not with a gateway and a cybercore, unless you plan on taking them this as a third, or unless you plan on doing a cheeky 2 base timing. I wouldn't put it past Zest. I'm on match point. Maybe I should do a timing of some sort, especially on this map, which does have a lot of chokes. And you come here, have some nice force fields, could be doable, but it is quite open here. I don't know. With good creep spread, this should be easy to defend, I think. Look at that. Even Ragnarok is like, wait, you full wall this? Either you're going for a 2 base already, just based on those buildings immediately alone, or you're taking this as a 3rd base. It's like one of those options. Not sure which one, though. All right, he's going to scout the 3rd base being made, and the Stargate is going to be the... looks like it is going to be the tech of choice of Zest, so far, pretty standard. All right, well, I think maybe he's just going to make 1 Phoenix. Who knows? Like 1 Phoenix into maybe some... or not. Maybe he'll actually just mine this off. Maybe he'll just mine this, and then that'll create the opening. That's a possibility, I think. But yeah, otherwise, he might just make a 1 Phoenix, or not. He might actually make an Oracle, too. That's very possible. There you go. Slipping on into the high ground right there. Now that Stalker's just waiting. Okay, so he's going to full wall this. So either he's going for 2 base timing, or he's simply going to mine off these minerals, which are 20, which means that he only needs 4 trips to be able to mine that off. So he just pulls 4 probes, and he can mine that. So fair enough. Note to self. You want to mine out one of these mineral patches? Just pull 4 workers, and then it's going to be gone. All right, he's already being careful right now. Already using 1 probe to start to mine at that. And a 2nd gateway with the 1 probe as well. Already there. Ooh, actually getting 3 drones there with the Oracle. I think like Ragnarok was so like conditioned to think it was going to be some Phoenix that he pretty much skipped spore crawlers, because the Phoenix fleet arrives much later than the first Oracle. That's for sure. And his 2nd Oracle is here. He's going to start one-shotting some drones. Zippity zappity, as I call them. All right, zippity zappity time, Zest. Let's watch. No, he's skipping straight up. The 3rd base is going to go straight into the main base with the Oracles. How many is he going to get? If any. 1, 2, 3. Gets on out of there. Does not want to lose the Oracle, but he's coming back with 1 of them. He wants 1 more. There you go. He was not happy with 3. He was okay with with 4 though. Fair enough. And you know what? Good call, because now they're equal in workers. That's really good for the Protoss, as well as him taking a 3rd base at the same time. Spire out of Ragnarok. That's an early Spire. That's like a pre-5-minute Spire. So he's definitely going to be able to do some sort of, maybe even timing with this. And that's bold, too, considering that he went to Stargate. So I think what he thinks is that you're going to go in double Oracle, and then you're just going to tech out immediately. If you didn't make a single Phoenix, there's no reason for me to be scared of going Spire. And this might catch Zest a little bit off guard. Okay, the Observer is trying to look around. What type of tech do you have, my boy? And he has no idea right now. The Spire is in the main right now. Does he know about it? I don't think so. He actually sees it with the Hallucinant Phoenix, and he's starting Phoenix production back up again. He needs to Chrono Boost that out. It's almost finished, and he's going to have a huge swell of mutas really soon. And by huge swell, I mean 6, so it's not that bad. But it could be worse. Or he's not going to make any. Okay, he's going to make 2 of them, though. Yeah, okay. He's going to make 3 mutas. So I'm just going to slowly slide into it. Slowly transition into it. And is he going to even go for Corruption, right? He's stopping at 3, though. Is he just faking it out? I think Zest is starting to panic. He's queuing up Phoenix after Phoenix after Phoenix. He thinks this is going to be a huge, like a huge swell of mutas, but no. He made 3 mutas, I believe. 3 mutas, and they're all like here. They're going to do nothing. Ragnarok is just going to GTFO out of that composition and go directly into Baneling speed with some Ling upgrades as well. And Roaches. He's actually forcing a lot of the resources to be put back into Phoenix as he builds up a really strong ground army. And I mean, I can't blame him. So far, Zest has died to every single massive ground army he's done. And Ragnarok, he doesn't actually even need to cut drones at this point. He's pretty much good. Like 67 is cool. It's cool, but it's not nice. Nice would be 69. But he's not quite there yet. But I don't think he needs to go up that high. He can just make a lot of units. Look at that. A swell of Overlords. That means he's just going to pump out nothing but units very, very soon. I don't know if he's going to go for a Baneling speed timing. That could be very possible. While taking a 4th base. But this is a fake-ass 4th base. Actually, no. He's actually building a couple of drones there. Okay. So he's not going to go for a massive attack. He's just building a lot of units in general. I thought maybe he saw something that made him realize, maybe I can't break him. I don't think I can. And I think the existence of like Archons and Stasis Wards is probably leading him towards that kind of path. And okay, look at that. The Infestation Pit is actually down already at 740. Let's see, if you want it, you can start a pre-10-minute hive. That would be very, very strong. I wonder what type of tech he wants to go into. Could actually go into Broodlords fairly fast as the Spire is already here. Look at that. Phoenix are here, and they are going to take care of a couple of Overlords. But that's pretty much going to be it. I think he did realize there's only like a couple mutas on the map. Like in the singular digits. There's 3 mutas on the map. So he's really not scared of any mutas at all. That's a lot of Banelings though. He's going to go for a massive Baneling crash. That could be possible. This is heavily walled though. Heavily walled. There's no getting past this. This is excellent wall by Ragnarok. He's probably going to even try to go up there. He's going to be like, okay, no, I'm not breaking this anytime soon. In fact, if you have like a singular like High Templar right here, those storms would be juicy. AF. I don't know if he's going to try and poke to see if he can find anything. Nice pickup by Zest onto that Ravagery. It does force a cancel though, and doesn't actually kill a Phoenix. That was very well played. That's a lot of Archons though. Is he going to be able to defend all of these Banelings? Let's see. Nice force field so far, but the Banelings are going to keep trying to go forward and go towards those sentries, killing most of them, and now all that is left is the Archons. And with still a massive pretty much Roach Ravager army, he's still going to do a lot of damage, and Ragnarok is ahead. 50 supply in this game. The armor supply is 30 to 73, and he's holding on by a thread. Nice Ace Sword. Actually cutting off half of the army. That's the best possible thing that could have happened. That massive reinforcements of Zealots coming from the south side, the north side, to try and save this, save himself. And he does end up defending this. If those Banelings actually finish, that would be a lot of trouble. But now, Ragnarok has to retreat. and build up his forces once again. And leaving Zest, even that opportunity, look at that. He's actually picking off a lot of roaches. That could be the key to Zest coming back into this game. And Zest still has a lot of workers. He has 76. All he has to do is spread them correctly across all bases, and he should be fine. Look at that. So perfect, just like his face. And these Zealots are just ready for the counterattack. I know it's going to be 4 base. It's a 4 base, and Zest is in a fantastic position right now. Already at 76 workers, making more Archons non-stop. And look at that. The creep is not that spread forward. It's just linking the bases together, but it's not doing much more than that. Is he going to be able to cancel this 4th base, though? This 5th base, that would actually be huge. Oh, look at that. He's trying to micro, but no. I don't think that's going to happen. He's not going to waste any more banelings on there. He's going to try. These are anti-Warp Prism Mutas. I actually love it. It's fantastic. That is so many banelings. How many banelings do we have on the map already? 20? And what, 17 more on the way? It's going to be 37 banelings. Man, he is going ham on the baneling count right now. He's still not going up that ramp, though. I don't care who tries to go up that ramp. It's not going to happen. But yeah, look at that. Even walling off his 4th base, he's trying to stay as defensive as possible. Zest wants to get to that max out stage because the army of his opponent is quite strong and is very swarmy. There's a lot of units, but over time, they're going to lose a lot of value. And that's what Zest is banking on. There's still no storm, though, for Zest. He's just going to use the pure strength of his Archons to try and defend against all this. Those banelings are bold. I said nothing is going to break that wall, and he just realized, yeah, that we're not breaking that. Sentries are here, though. He's ready for the force fields if necessary, but that's a massive ramp to try and force field, though. It's a really big ramp. I'm not sure if force fielding that is the best idea. Ooh, Zergling counterattack. Where does he plan on going? He's looking for another kind of pattern of bases that don't actually exist yet. Yeah, he's going to pull them away. And, man, over time, Ragnarok's army is going to get a little bit weak, but look at that. 4 Broodlords on the way. Shields is done. And we have 2 more Stargates. We have 3 Stargates with the Fleet Beacon. But is he going to be on time to deal with all of these Broodlords? That's a lot of Banelings flooding from the top and the bottom. Trapping a lot of them. Look at that nice donut right there. I love it. One of the most satisfying thing is making a donut across, with Banelings. And then you just kill everything that's in the middle. Is he going to drop some Archons? Yeah, it looks like he is. I think he wants to drop some Archons directly onto the Banelings. That would be quite cost efficient. But now look at that. Zest is maxed out, and he is on the counterattack. That's a lot of Broodlords and a lot of Zealots, to be honest. I'm not sure how well he's going to be able to deal with all of these Banelings. Man, those Banelings are going to town as well. He's going to try and counterattack with all these Zerglings across the map, as he does need to buy more time to try and figure out a, kind of an answer to the Broodlords. And he's finding himself, okay, that's a nice opening right there. Those Zealots are going to town. He's going to go straight for the hatchery. Is he going to be back on time to deal with this? I don't think so. That hatchery, I'm pretty sure he's going to go down. No, it's not going to go down, I think. Oh, that's so close. Oh, my God, he didn't go down. It was 20 hit points left. He doesn't actually kill it, and that's actually pretty massive, as he still has this full base saturating right now. There's still a lot of minerals, a lot of gas, and the march of the Broodlords are on the way. He has some Tempests on the way as well. He already has 3. But look at that, the backup of the Corruptors. 11 Corruptors coming in behind this for Ragnarok, and that's going to deal so well with those. Oh my God, those Mutas. Those 3 Mutas that he made were very useful. They actually took care of the Warp Prism somehow. And these Broodlords are knocking on his front door. He doesn't have much of an answer for them. Those Temps are going to have to go to work very, very fast. That takes a long time for him to pick off all those Broodlords. He has to target fire them, which he is doing, but the Corruptors are coming in from the backside. He has to keep target firing them, but by the time that does, he's not going to have any anti-air to deal with these Broodlords, and so many Corruptors are already here dealing with all the anti-air, and now there's no answer for these Broodlords, and this is going to be an infinite march to victory, I think, for Ragnarok. Look at that. All of the Tempests getting picked off as they come out, and there's no answer. There's no blink. All there is charge lots against basically air units that are shooting free units at the ground. Oh, man. What is the Corruptors are going to do? Oh, are they going to take care of all the Stargates? Worse. It's going to take care of the Templar Archives, as it is actually a bigger threat than everything else. Zest doesn't want to give up right now. He's warping in so many Stalkers, but they don't even have Blink right now. How are you supposed to deal with all of these Broodlords? Granted, there is only 3 Broodlords left, and Zest still has 80 workers. That doesn't matter. And Ragnarok takes the Olimoleague 178 and is our champion takes it 3-1 over Zest with a massive Broodlord pitch at the end. That was excellent. All hail Ragnarok, I guess. All right.